That was a nice scoop.
Give me that.
They're waiting for that. They're waiting for that. We gotta spread the floor, guys.
Oh, let's go! He wasn't there. He wasn't there. Oh, man! Come on.
6 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Put it up. Put it up. That's a foul. Yo.
Clean.
That ain't clean. That ain't.
Coming right up, the Rockets taking on the Pelicans. For the Houston Rockets, consistency is their goal. They want to win each half, each quarter, each possession. Pelicans, Rockets, coming up next. TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. Zion and Valanciunas in the middle. Jones is the 2 with Ingram at small forward. And it's McCollum at the point guard position. And for Houston, Green and Brooks on the perimeter. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at the 5. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. Out of the gates, some guys tend to start strong, Grant. Others take a little time to warm up. Which group did you align with?
Yeah, good question, B.A. You know, I always liked to start the season strong. And a lot of it goes into your preparation. What are you doing in the offseason? Are you ready when we get into training camp? The preseason. You know, all of that building to opening night and really establishing yourself within the team and also throughout the league right from the gates.
To the inside, here's Smith. Uses the glass on the layup.
Beautiful setup. You see right there, Alperen Şengün. His game isn't all about power.
Jones with the ball. Green picks him up. Jones misses. And it's Houston's ball. In transition, here they come. And he makes it. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Inside, here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there, working it to the open man. Really good possession.
On the wing, Brooks. This one for 3. Pelicans cleared away. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
They're looking to make amends for their poor showing against this team last season.
A team that, on paper, they expect to beat. Great teams take care of business against the bottom feeders. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight.
Well, New Orleans hasn't made the playoffs in consecutive years since 2008, 2009.
You know, B.A., that was back in the Chris Paul era. They only reached the postseason twice with Anthony Davis. But in recent years, injuries have prevented them from reaching their potential.
Now here's Jones. His last outing, he had 18 points. McCollum with it. Checked by Brooks. Shot's good by McCollum.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. McCollum against Van Vliet. The 3, Smith. And the three-pointer goes. Smith's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Now McCollum. Pass to Jones. Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Valanciunas. Williamson. Nice persistence to tip it back in.
It's asking for trouble if you don't keep Zion off the offensive glass. I mean, he will make you pay.
Green with the ball. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Pelicans trail. Ingram with the ball. Against Minnesota, he was really on his game. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Brooks. And Brooks has got the ball here for Houston. VanVleet on the wing from outside the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Hey, guys, really easy to see why Ingram was the second pick in the 2016 draft with plays like these.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. To the left side wing. The 3, Smith. Jones grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to McCollum. Takes the 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. The Rockets have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Green for 3. Drains the triple.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
New Orleans calls timeout.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. The Pelicans, second.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Alvarado outside to the middle. Here's Daniels. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Daniels. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line. Houston has gone 4 of 8 from outside in this first quarter. Pass to Whitmore. The 3 ball. Offensive rebound. Adams, shot's good.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Alvarado with it. He's picked up by Adams. Alvarado, the pass to Nance. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Thompson outside. Tries again. And it's laid in by Adams.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Here's Daniels. Back to Alvarado. Launches it. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Holiday finds Adams. Now Thompson from deep three-point range. Goes back up. And it's Adams missing. The Pelicans have gone 8 for 14 from the floor. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Daniels, that one's true.
they just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Tate. Still no points. Hits a three-pointer. Alvarado outside. Fires for three. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Tate outside. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Rockets on top, up by 4. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against them.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation. New Orleans ball. Valanciunas passes to Ingram. There's McCollum with the 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Ingram's got 3 assists now in this one. So for New Orleans right now. Jones is the 2 with Ingram at small forward. Trey Murphy out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's McCollum at the point. And Grant, some players feel like certain officials have it out for them. Did you ever see any of that?
You know what, B.A.? The refs are human too. Yes, I did say that. But they're supposed to be impartial. So you go after them for a while, it's possible they will hold a grudge.
Here's Brooks. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Brooks has got 5 points.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
Ingram, the pass to Valanciunas. And the shot goes.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And it's Green missing. For New Orleans, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is doing his homework. He said, quote, I watched a lot of old school players and I tried to figure out their mindsets, and all of their mindsets were the same. People remember winners. So whenever the time comes for me to be done with the game of basketball, I want them to say he was a winner. Guys, he's on his way.
So true. Thanks, Allie.
The defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
And the Pelicans call time here. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
A comeback like that one, so late in the game against a tough opponent, I doubt anybody saw that one coming.
Checked in for Şengün. And the Pelicans also making a change. Williamson's checked in. On defense, the Rockets leading by 5.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Counted from distance. Green's got 12.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's McCollum. It's stolen by Green. And here is Green. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Lakers. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Rebounded by Ingram. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Pelicans. 6-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. To the paint. And another shot. And it's laid in by Jones. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
McCollum against Van Vliet. Outside Jones. Rebounded by Green.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better.
Pass to Van Vliet. Pulls up. Again, Houston.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Van Vliet with it. The three is up. Sends it home from three-point land. And now it's an 11-point Houston lead.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
And talking about Jabari Smith, a talented young forward with a bright future for him.
Really excited about his future because he does everything smoothly and easily. Good IQ. I think he just needs to add a little strength to really optimize what he has in his package.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. On the wing, Jones. Can they get it? That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Timeout call, Houston.
The coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Nance, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Marshall comes in for Williamson. Daniels is checked in for Jones. And Alvarado's subbed in for McCollum. Now here's Nance. Ingram finds Nance. Here's Daniels. Back to Nance. Banked it in over the glass. Nance has got 6 points.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Releases. And Whitmore gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. And the Rockets lead by 9. Holiday's over to help. Pass to Marshall. Here's Nance. And a nice finish on the layup. Give him 8 points now.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Here's Whitmore. Fires the three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Many of Adams' points are generated off putbacks, just like that one.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Nance. Back to Daniels. Beyond the arc. Rockets with a rebound. Adams has got rebound number 7 tonight. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Three-pointer, Holiday. Knocks it down from distance. And now a 12-point Rocket lead.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And we finished off 1 half of play. Rockets ahead, up 9. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jalen Green. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He didn't perform up to his standards in their last game. Tonight's a different story. He obviously has a short memory. What did you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
And Kenny, what do you have to say about the Pelicans?
That's a lackluster performance. Lackluster effort. I mean, they didn't look sharp running their sets. They weren't cutting. They weren't hustling. Shaq, if you played in this era, you'd average 50 because guys didn't want to give the effort.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Houston in the lead. Brooks and Smith make up the 2 forwards. Van Vliet and Green man the backcourt. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Outside Jones. Down low. Williamson takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Williamson's got 6.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
On the wing, Brooks. For 3, Smith. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
It's good. McCollum's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Smith left side, 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Williamson. Good work defensively by Brooks.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Pure from 3-point range. Give him 8 points now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
McCollum taking his time here. Pass to Jones. Williamson inside. He's against Smith. Fades away. Williamson misses.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Puts up a 3. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist by Brooks.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
For New Orleans, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Williamson, covered by Smith. Good work there as it goes. Williamson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
On the wing, Brooks. Over Ingram. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Ingram. And it's New Orleans with another.
Man, that's a nice pull-up jumper from Ingram. Forcing the defense to honor his quickness and then making them pay with that deadly stroke of his.
Sinks the tray. Smith's got 16 points now.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 7. Outside Jones. Out left to the wing. Valanciunas passes to McCollum. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
And good response from McCollum. A shot like this just demonstrates leadership.
Outside, Green. Brooks finds Green. Off target with the three. The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Williamson, right side. Here's Valanciunas. Up and over Smith. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he drops it first. Well, Grant, we've seen some teams double up with superstar players at the same position in recent years. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, and other times it doesn't work. I mean, it forces a coach to be very creative. When you have multiple players who are used to being the guy, it can be hard to keep everyone happy.
Green's checked in for Houston. Thompson comes in for Green. Cold shot's good from the stripe.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Pass to Smith. On the wing, Brooks. Now Van Vliet. Alvarado defending. Now Smith. Fires the three. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind you.
Houston making some changes. Steven Adams checked in for Smith. Whitmore comes in for Brooks. And Holiday subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Marshall, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Daniels comes in for McCollum. Now here's Alvarado. Adams grabs the miss.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Pass to Whitmore. Thompson with it. Three-pointer.
2 minutes remaining.
He can't get it to go.
2 minutes.
Well, Grant, Ahmed Thompson is proof there are more routes than ever to get to the league.
He and his twin brother Asar coming through overtime elite. A different path, but both high lottery picks, and it worked out for them both. I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Zion Williamson is a one-man wrecking crew inside. His coach, Willie Green, said, quote, "It's incredible. His touch when he gets down to the lane with 2-3 guys hanging on him, and he's still somehow able to find the glass. And he does a great job of finding his teammates as well." And Brian, let's not forget about those dunks either.
Oh, definitely not. That's the show. Thanks, Allie. And the shot goes down.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Next up on the schedule, the Nuggets, a home game. And that one's good. Green.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Daniels. He's got 5. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Thompson's shot is off.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Daniels passes to Nance. Back to Daniels. And another one falls for New Orleans. For Houston, they've gotten 7 of 15 shots to hit in the second half. On the wing, Green. Offensive rebound. Adams, shot's good. Adams has got 10 points.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Here's Alvarado. Good on the shot.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Rockets on top. They lead by 12. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. The backcourt, McCollum and Jones. Brandon Ingram out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Williamson in at center, locking down the middle.
With an insane combination of power and touch, Zion is a one-of-a-kind star.
Smith no good. New Orleans' shooting has been great, 57%, and finding ways to score consistently. Here's McCollum. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Yeah, out of a cannon. McCollum left a vapor trail.
And here's Green from the arc. Green's feeling it at the arc.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And so it's New Orleans with it. They trail by 11. Ingram finds McCollum. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Jones. Jacks up a 3. And it's McCollum. That time on the assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists tonight. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Adams, the pass to Green. Another 3 from Houston.
Of course, a volume three-point shooter like Green has an answer. He was ready to strike back in a hurry.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Ingram. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Brooks. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. On the wing, Green. There's the triple. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Now here's McCollum. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Jones with the ball. He's picked up by Adams. And stolen by Green. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Van Vliet. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 16. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. To stop the run, McCollum drives in. And McCollum slams it in.
Man, an unpredictable defensive assignment in the half court. McCollum can score from pretty much anywhere.
Three-pointer, Brooks. That one doesn't drop. For New Orleans, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Van Vliet against McCollum. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 5. A shot from the high post. The Rockets pull it in.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And it's Adams missing. New Orleans' shooting has been great this game, 58%. They shoot again. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Outside, Green. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. It's a 14-point game. Shots good by McCollum.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
On the wing, Brooks. Over Ingram. The Rockets again can't hit.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And there it is for him.
Off the pass, McCollum can be instantaneous. He doesn't think. He just shoots.
Timeout called. Houston.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jalen Green.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
You could tell all that losing was starting to get to him, and they looked at him to help him get back on the right path. That's exactly what he was able to do here tonight. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
Appreciate the report, Allie. The Pelicans have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. McCollum against Eason. And again, C.J. McCollum. McCollum's got 23.
This has been fun to watch. I mean, they've managed to go on a run just when it looked like this might be over.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Whitmore. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Now here's McCollum. Blocked! And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession.
New Orleans ball.
Six on the shot clock. Good chance here for Ingram. It's rebounded by Houston.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Man, showing some terrific range. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Rockets.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And they pick up their fourth win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Green.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Launches a 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. On the wing, Jones. Looking to end the run. The shot's good.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
And here's Tate outside. Yep, it's good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Hello,